Good afternoon again. We're back to our New York State Bridge Authority meeting, July 17th. We had an introduction. We went to attorney-client privilege. We're out of that. We will discuss in new business what transpired into that attorney-client area. Saying that, adopt the regular meeting minutes of June 19th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Administration. We have Rob.
Yep. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The first item I have under the administration section is a request for authorization to execute a memorandum of understanding between the New York Easy Pass agencies, the TBTA, the Thruway Authority, the Port Authority, and the Bridge Authority for the purposes of engaging a consultant to assist in developing specifications for the next customer service center operator and to develop the RFP for that procurement. The existing CSC operator, Xerox, the contract with them expires second half of 2017, and so in advance of that, the three New York agencies have engaged this HNTB and have asked the authority to participate in that procurement, and with a negotiated amount of 2% of the total cost of that contract, which for the authority its share would be $25,629.88. Although we don't have a vote in that group because we don't have a direct contract with the operator, I am and have been invited to participate in the procurement process and sit in on the selection of the vendors and so forth. So we are an active participant, and we certainly do benefit from the services of the New York Service Center. So with that, it has been the MOU itself has been reviewed by Chris Shaw, and she has attached a letter accordingly, and then you have the resolution. Yes.
Well, does this consultant also advise on change in technology? Like
Yes. Yeah, well, that's part of the task. Part of the scope of the tasks, which I think is item 2 in the MOU there, is to research, to evaluate the current and existing operations, to evaluate new technologies and new services, and then to develop the RFP and then help evaluate the proposals that come in.
And the expansion of the Easy Pass to other places where it's not?
Well, that we do at the interagency group level, at the IAG level, where we're talking about interoperability and inter-CSC operations. This is specifically dealing with, providing the service to the New York customers.
So moved.
Second? Second. Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, travel authorization, Easy Pass meeting.
Okay. Yes, this under the authority's travel guidelines, I'm requesting an overnight travel to an Easy Pass interagency group meeting. It's our regular bi-monthly meeting combined with an annual meeting to be held at the offices of the Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission down in New Hope, Pennsylvania, August 13th and 14th. So I'm requesting an overnight stay on the 13th.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Next, Bill.
Oh, we're back.
You never left.
That's the way it seems. Well, we have a pretty short agenda today. New trucks, larger trucks all the time. Federal Highway issued a requirement that all state highway bridges be rated for special hauling vehicles, which are like a truck crane or closely spaced heavy axles. More and more common in the construction industry today. So Majeski Masters has already done load ratings on all of our bridges. As our general consultant, they have a budget for design tasks like this. So we're not really asking for any new money. consistent with past practice, we wanted to make you aware that we were going to retain M&M in the amount of $58,200 to do this assignment. And like I say, it should fit with any existing budget.
The state is going to do this on all the bridges?
Well, there are typical design vehicles, for bridges. AASHTO has standards. This particular SHV, special hauling vehicle, is so different than any of the normal designs that people have been trying to take shortcuts and do load ratings for this type of truck, or just saying no, you can't cross. So the Motor Vehicle Association and the contractors, they've all kind of pitched in and says we need to move these types of construction cranes around, and we need some consistency. So everybody's going to rate their bridges. Not that every bridge is going to be capable of carrying this vehicle, but at least we'll know where they're allowed to travel and where they're not. So
Move it? Second.
There's no resolution, there's nothing to move out.
right, it was just a parenthesis.
I'm sorry.
You
So-
previously approved the contract with this,
Right, okay.
how we're spending it.
Next, design
Next.
support.
Design support, we awarded a contract to perform substructure repairs at our last board meeting to INOA Slutsky. So we worked with our design engineer and developed this proposal to provide design support services during construction in an amount not to exceed $23,600. So I'd like to award that to Floyd Albert, the designer of this project.
There's no action taken here because we already did it in June, correct?
No, we do need a resolution.
There is, this is
I gave you the whole proposal, so it's kind of quick.
there's no resolution.
There's no resolution with the packet.
Or isn't this the one that we talked about in the meeting the other day?
On the very back? Oh, no, that's the, you're right.
Here, hold on. I just move it to accept it and we'll write it into a resolution.
Want to do a verbal?
You can do a verbal if you have something. Carl, do the verbal, what we're doing?
You're resolved to retain M&M under their general consultant agreement.
Next
Is that what we're
page.
doing?
No.
Oh, no.
It's
I'm
Slutsky.
sorry. Oh, Floyd Albert, okay, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry, I turned the wrong page. So Floyd Albert, resolved that Floyd Albert, the design engineer, will be retained at a sum not to exceed $23,600 to provide support services to INOA Slutsky for the
Substructure repair.
substructure repairs, system-wide substructure repairs.
So,
Second. Discussion, roll call, all in favor, say aye.
Thank you.
Next.
Next up, in the capital improvement program that you approved last fall, we had included a line item for camera replacement. So we'd like to begin to do that work. We've put together a priority list of which cameras get replaced and when. We've got some 7 to 10-year-old cameras out there at this point in time, so they have a prioritization strategy, and all the purchases of new cameras will be made in accordance with the Bridge Authority's standard procurement policy. A lot of the equipment will be purchased directly from OGS contracts, but we needed to ask for your approval to spend that line item.
Second. Discussion, all in favor, say aye. Next, job in progress, monthly report.
Yep, lots of work going on at Newburgh. The painting has moved into its final stage. They moved the barge a couple of weeks ago, so they're up and blasting again. The placement of the overlay is going to require a different traffic pattern. We'll talk a little bit more about that, I guess, next month. But since we want to put the overlay down towards the end of the season, it looks like that'll be in September. We'll need to bring the bridge down to 2 lanes for probably 3 weeks or more to actually prepare the clean the old road, raise the joints, place the concrete overlay, and get it ready for traffic. So, we thought we were only gonna go through that operation once at the end of the 3-year job. Now we're gonna do it twice, once the end of this season and once next season. So that'll be a little change for everybody. We'll wanna make a press release so people are aware for their morning train that they might need a few more minutes. But it'll require giving up the third lane during rush hour for the month of September.
Will that impact the Newburgh walkway, or?
No, the walkway is impacted under its own
Right.
sequence of repairs, but no, it won't be related to that.
So it will be open on weekends for sure?
The
And
walkway?
then- Yeah.
Yep. That's,
I've been getting a lot of comments about it. from the
yeah, I'll
public.
bet. Well, like,
Vote to accept the jobs in progress report.
That's a heavily used.
Yeah, a lot of people commute on,
Commute over to walkway?
no, well, the walkway.
You can walk the bike.
On
but
that.
the
We should put an
train station-
elevator there.
I mean, isn't that so? Isn't that where the complaints are coming from, or commuters?
There's a small handful that they've adjusted by using the ferry.
Possibly a funicular type of,
right.
from down to the park up.
Right.
Are we talking about walkway now?
Uh,
Which walkway are we talking
Roger
about?
made a motion, second.
Second.
He wants a
Any
tram.
discussion? Roll call, all
Funicular.
in favor, say aye.
Alright.
Brian, investment report?
I did miss Bill's
Thank you.
comments on the elevator not being in service yet.
They're in some testing right now.
All right.
You wanna be the
They're
tester?
testing it like 100 times a day.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's what I heard.
Maybe they would like to enter that
Empty.
into the Guinness World Book. How many times can we test the elevator in a day?
Roger, be nice, will you?
I'm just always trying to think
Safety.
as they are.
Brian?
Good afternoon. The investment report for the month, there were 4 investments for the month. The routine debt service, 2 to maintenance, 1 to construction. You'll note in the investment inventory, those investments are reflected. In addition, 2 changes, well, 2 items to note. First being, originally we had anticipated bond proceeds being expended in the August-September timeframe. We've now bumped that back based on the spending pattern and progress on the 2 jobs. We're expecting to completely expend bond proceeds in October. Also, you note there's some money in cash in the maintenance reserve fund as a result of an investment that expired June 30th, and that was subsequently invested. Investment yield bumped up a little bit to 0.37%.
Accept investment report.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Okay, next item up is the 2014 insurance renewals for all policies excluding bridge property, specifically general liability. The rate remained constant. Business automobile, the rate went up due to a couple factors, including an increased fleet size as well as the addition of several new vehicles that we've replaced over the last couple of years. Umbrella and excess liability went up significantly as a result of claims activity that we've experienced in the last 2 to 3 years, resulting from lawsuits, specifically the ones at I-84 were the large ones. Police professional went up insignificantly, and commercial package, there's a change to your board package as it relates to the commercial package policy. The policy is itself designed to cover building and contents. It covers a total asset base of approximately $44 million. The premium was set based upon a $1,000 deductible. For the savings reduction of literally $11,000 or greater than 25% of the annual premium, they gave us an option to increase the deductible to $25,000. Considering we have not had any claims against this policy since the building that burnt up at Newburgh several years ago, it seems kind of a waste not to increase the deductible, and therefore I've recommended doing so in this revised memo.
Any questions?
So
Made a
moved.
motion, second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Okay, last item up is for information purposes only, no actions required up by the board. There were 58 accidents on authority facilities in 2014 for second quarter. There were 49 in the previous year. There were 2 accidents last year involving authority employees and 1 accident this year of a relatively insignificant nature.
Any questions? If not, Brian, thank you.
Good, thank you.
No human resources report, information technology. Greg?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've got 3 items today. The first is our Microsoft licensing renewal. There is a new contract out for Microsoft licenses. This would include our server licenses, Microsoft Office, and other Microsoft products. The 3-year quote came in at $69,328, and they are allowing us to make 3 annual payments of $22,804, and this represents a decrease of approximately $3,000 over the 3-year term. So I'm asking for approval of the $22,804.
So moved.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next.
Next is our annual computer replacement program. This year we're looking to replace 23 desktops and 5 laptop computers. Total number of systems is up over last year due to the fact this will be the first time we're replacing computers in the command center. This will be the operator computers and computers that feed the video wall. We are looking to extend the life of our user computers out to a 5-year period from what has been a 4-year period, and that's due to the ability to get 5-year warranties on them at a very attractive price. So we're asking for approval of $17,650 at this time. By the way, these are being purchased off an OGS state contract through a woman-owned business.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Last.
And lastly is our AS400 procurement and JD Edwards software upgrade. The total amount on this is $34,555. We replace the system approximately every 5 years. We have seen a substantial decrease in the cost of hardware and software. In 2009, when this was replaced, the total was just over $100,000. We'll be doing a similar replacement this year at $34,555 with your approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bridge operations. Director Joe, report to the board.
Yep. Yesterday, I was able to, was invited to speak in front of the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. Was able to highlight the major projects that the Bridge Authority has been undertaking in the last couple of years and the economic impact for the region because of it. We had a little fun with Charlie North's expense in light of his upcoming retirement, and it was well received, and we got some good publicity today out of it. It was amazing how many people came up afterwards to learn the fact that the Bridge Authority absolutely receives no federal or state tax dollars, or that we really are a self-contained entity, and tolls really do go back into the system and stay here. So it was a good day for the authority. We had Commissioner Batchelor and Dressel there, and I know you were caught up with your family situation with the flooding. So it went well, and so it was good to shine a little bit.
I just want to compliment you on the presentation. It was just fantastic. Joe did, and I guess the guys who put it together, pretty much a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was really well done. I mean, the PowerPoint, forget the Charlie North part. That was good. That was just great. But it's something I think like that kind of presentation. We ought to it ought to be done more often. Of course, you know, the propaganda ought to be delivered more often.
Do it for the Senate and Assembly.
I did it to the Senate.
It was
originally,
fantastic.
and,
He really did a great job. And thanks to everybody.
No, we put a lot of effort into it, and poor Greg and Dan and Chris Kelly have listened to me practice a few times yesterday, so it went well. You also have a copy of my expense report, which is, I don't go anywhere, so I have no expenses. And we give free speeches, so no income to show for it. You have a copy of the traffic and revenue analysis report. We're just slightly behind, less than 1% where we were last year. Everything seems to be holding flat. We continue to sell Easy Pass in the lane, and we're doing well. Just wanted to get, and I don't have a copy of this report, it's just actually, I do have a copy of it online. No, I don't. I was saying as you know, the board modified the approved, and we're in our 6th month of operating the trail modified program, and we have recovered $167,761 year to date on incorrect Easy Pass tags and between the tolls or the tag, or they were going in as Class 1 vehicle tags, and they were commercial trucks and vehicles, so we were able to recover almost $167,000 so far. So we're doing pretty good, and the program is paying for the investment, so in a couple of years it's going to be a good situation. Any questions?
No?
Still interesting why the traffic wheel is down.
I think it's up a little bit, isn't it?
Slightly, but you know, the commercial traffic being 1/3 of the revenue, 6% of our traffic generates 1/3 of the revenue. So if there's any slippage in commercial traffic, it has an exponential impact on the revenue side of the house. So that's it's tough. But we're holding our own right now.
Any questions? That's not the last item that I have, but the management confidential compensation plan. We were enlightened by the plan, and there again we have a resolution before us regarding the plan. Joe, you just want to make a couple of points on the plan itself, what it was?
It's
and
an
what it is?
existing policy that's been in effect since the early 2000s, and it just outlines the salary ranges for the different management levels since the adoption of the civil service agreement between Bridge Authority and CSEA. The plan now is in line with those adjustments. And the plan also has a component of it where there's a merit-based system to award raises, and it's based on evaluation. Nothing really new there, just modifies the levels and identifies the titles in the authority that are management confidential, which was a major point of negotiation. The union, relinquished. It used to be that the contract dictated what for the management titles. The union agreed not to have that section anymore, and the contract specific, which is covered by the union, and now everything else is done as management confidential. So it's worked well, and that plan now reflects those changes.
Any questions? Not a motion to pass that resolution? Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next meeting is August 21st, at 3 o'clock. Saying that, motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Thank you. Have a nice day.